All right, peoples. Good Sunday morning here at 8:30. Little Sunday sunrise service, right? Time. You probably get emails. You probably may get some mailings, or somewhere in your life that somebody comes along and says, "How are you investing? What are you investing in?" You got a plan for your retirement, plan for this, plan for that. It's constant in your face. You don't want to be old and not have a plan. You got to have a plan. What is your plan? You got this time. So I want you to think about this really, really, really hard. You've got over here, way back, however many years you've been around, it's called birth. And somewhere in the unforeseeable future, I say unforeseeable because most people don't know when they're going to die, but that span of time is going to end. Starting here, poof, I'm alive. And really and truly, you don't remember anything about your first 3 to 5 years of life. You got a few years there that are just basically, I don't know, I don't remember. You've been to the Empire State Building. I have? I don't remember that. That's because you're only 2 at the time, or maybe 3. Some of you maybe have some little tiny memory, but you've got, other than that, you got this time. And it goes forward. The second hand sweeps the minutes, the hours, the days, the weeks, the months, the years. The time marches ahead. And nobody wants to remind you that the only asset you've got that's going to stick with you from birth to death is you. That's all you've got. Everything else is peripheral. This isn't me. This is a tool I use. It's been replaced many times before. It'll probably be replaced again because it's not me. It's just something I use. All these are tools. They don't make you or I. The peacock on the wall. It's just a painting. It's fairly new in my life in the last decade. That's life. So what do you invest in? How do you spend your time? I'm writing a book. I started putting it together, and I got busy. Things filled my time with other things to do. So I haven't completed the book yet. I'm still working on it. It's going to come out. But it's about investing in you. You are your number one asset. You are the only thing that you cannot live without. Without you, you are nothing. And people you've got to accept this. This is not an egomaniac thing. This is a practical viewpoint. This is not a standing in front of the mirror saying, "Ooh, is my hair pretty?" No, that's not what I'm talking about. When I say taking care of yourself or investing in yourself, it has nothing to do with the superficial part of you. Oh, do I look good? Look at my selfie. That's not it at all. That's bullshit. That's just cultural bullshit stuff. See, that's the one thing that started ruining our time early in the evolution of the human species. That's what started ruining us. It's when we, at some point, getting water out of that lake or that stream or whatever, one of us said, "What's that reflection? There's another me. Oh, that is me." Once that set in, it was downhill from there. It was. We went to rock bottom. Why? Because our egos kicked in. We became concerned about the superficial. Our depth left us. Our inner soul left us because we're more worried about, I see it all the time on social media. And I guess a lot of ladies have this insecurity problem about the way they look. There's competition. Do I look okay? How does this look on me? Do I, and they don't really ask those questions. They constantly post what we call selfies of themselves. It's a constant. They get these, "Oh, you look so beautiful. You look so cute." Fuck the looks. Is there anything to you? I can't control this. I was born with this. It changed throughout the years. Men don't wear makeup. Well, I'm not going to say all men, but See, this is why people have a problem with finding good relationships. They're focused on the wrong things in life. This is the reason that people have a very difficult time in life. Their focus and priorities are totally skewed. Culture does that to us. Religion does that to us. Government does that to us. Capitalism does that to us because we're bombarded all these, and a lot of it's photoshopped and over maked up, and the shops are just perfect. I've seen a lot of women that are photogenic and whatnot, and you see them without their makeup, and they look like girl you see at Walmart. The bottom line is we're so this is bombarded. You've got to drive this. You've got to look this way. The guys fall for this shit too. If you drive this particular vehicle and you dress this particular way, you groom your hair in this particular style, you wear this ball cap, or you do this, you do that, then you'll end up with this babe over here. See? It's in the ad. Yeah. Nice car. Gorgeous babe. Bam, 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 bam. You eat this, you take this pill, you do this, you're going to do this, it's going to be that. They convince you of all this bullshit. You're bombarded all this false, fake bullshit. We go through this era of talking about fake news. That's fake news. The selfie is the fake news because don't tell me anything about you. Okay, sure, you're pleasant to the eyes. What about in the dark? How are you then? How are you at 6 o'clock when you first get up? See? We can all hide the reality of who we are. That's what clothes are for. We're ashamed of ourselves. See, we're shamed into wearing clothing. We don't do the natural nudity because we're so in the younger part of my life, tattoos were not something, and that was something that people in the military and people that went to prison got tattoos. The good guys didn't get tattoos. Now it's culturally accepted. Everybody, look at my tattoo. I'm going to get another tat. Why? Because now it's a thing. Now it's a thing. And it don't matter. That's fine if that's what you want to do, but why are you doing it? That's what you have to ask. Am I doing it because it's what I really want? It's really who I am? Or am I doing it because I got to be cool, man? I got to draw attention to myself. Do you have personality? Do you have anything to offer the world besides the superficial? All I've got to offer the world is look at my tat or look at my pretty face. Is that all you got to offer? Is there any depth to you? Do you have any knowledge? Do you have any depth? Do you even know what depth is? So you got to live with you the rest of your life. Oh man, just 3 years ago, it was the man bun. You hardly see that anymore, do you? When I was a kid, we had bell bottoms, Nehru jackets, sideburns. Don't see that shit anymore. Why? Because it's just a cultural bullshit thing to distract you from who you really are. It's all just a major WMD, weapon of mass distraction. So we're coming up in another week or so with what the Christian culture calls Easter. I'm going to weave all this in together and we're going to come to Easter. When I was a kid, up on Easter, the young ladies, church ladies would get together. They wouldn't go out and buy their dresses. They would make these special dresses. They'd go out and buy a pattern. Then they'd go to the fabric store. They'd buy fabric because it's Easter. You got to dress a certain way for Easter. It's all about brilliant colors. It's all about life. The interesting thing about Easter and Christianity in the Bible. It's not a Bible-based Christian holiday. Easter is why they try to tie it into the resurrection. There's bunnies in it, there's rabbits. So I'm already apart from the kids at the park and Easter egg hunt. Oh, it's all about Jesus, isn't it? Easter eggs. Praise Jesus and the Easter egg. Are you kidding me? Rabbits, Easter eggs. You don't see that has nothing to do with Jesus in the Bible. Now, the story in the Bible kind of somehow or the other morphed into this Easter story. I can tell you how, but it has nothing to do with genuineness. The one thing that Jesus, the only thing he ever said that you should continue doing in remembrance of him had nothing to do with the resurrection. Had nothing to do with his birth, Christmas. Another thing, nothing biblical about it. It's to do with his death. What does it have to do with his death? Well, because this human couple over here ate the fruit of that tree back in the Garden of Eden some 6,000-7,000 years ago. Kind of screwed it up to man, humans all the way through. Finally, at some point in this history, the creator of all things, this benevolent God, comes along and says, I gotta apply some justice so that man can give me a reason to forgive him. I'm gonna send my son down. He's gonna give a little 3-year message to people. And then they're going to nail him to a cross or spill his blood. And his spilled blood is going to give them redemption. His spilled blood is going to redeem what that couple did thousands of years ago in the Garden of Eden. And I'm going to tell my people then to ritualistically, symbolically, drink that blood and eat that flesh in remembrance of him, partake in this sacrifice. It had nothing to do with the resurrection. Nothing to do with the resurrection. The redemption, it had to do with the death, the spilling of the blood. That's the Bible story. Never once did Jesus say, I'm back from the dead, celebrate me, we'll call it Easter, bring out the colored eggs, bring out the rabbits. It's fertility rituals. It's pagan celebration of fertility rituals. Oh, wow. But people don't stop. They don't want to think. They just want to culturally fit in. It goes back to what I was saying. You don't manage your own time. Your time is managed for you. Your life is managed for you from A to Z. You get pregnant. Oh, no, nobody told you when you could fuck. Did they? But they told you, hey, you're going to have that baby. They told you what you're going to do with that baby. They stamped a number on that baby. The government claimed that baby as property. And as soon as possible, you're going to get that baby back off to some institution so you can get your little ass back to work. Because you're going to fit in this system. We're going to start indoctrinating. We're going to start institutionalizing this little baby as soon as we can. They give homeschoolers a bad name, don't they? Because they don't fit in the system. Oh, you're one of them homeschoolers. You're socially fucked. Well, in our society, maybe it's good to be a little bit socially screwed, you know? Nobody stops because you want to fit in. It's all about the superficial. Do I look okay? That's it. Oh, this is my little kingdom here. This is this little plot of whatever here is my world. I can do what I want to. I don't have to worry about shouldn't. Everybody else out there might do it. But we get all the intrusion, don't we? If I decide to do something else with my trash besides having the city pick it up, If I decide I want to survive off rainwater or grab power from the wind or sun, the system don't like that. You gotta support the system. You got to fit in. Oh, Mr. Rim, we noticed you haven't had trash pickup since March of last year. What are you doing with your trash? Yeah, get in the system. That's what it's all about, because you don't have your time. Investing in you, it doesn't take place. See, we look at investing in you as, I belong to a gym. It's investing in you. I'm trying to eat good, but Taco Tuesday. I'm going to have a drink, I'm going to smoke and do this. Why? Because I don't want to have to think about reality. I need something to distract me from time as it goes by. I don't want to think about it. It's going. It's going. It's going to be gone. I know it's going to be. We don't want to talk about it. You're going to die. I'm going to die. We don't want to talk about it. It's just have a drink. Let's go dance. Let's have a party. Woohoo! Let's go to gym. I'm going to spend my life. Look at me. I'm a big bad Bill. Yeah. I'm drinking protein mix. I'm jogging 15 miles a day. I'm dressing good. Look at that. Boom. Myself. Don't I look like every other jerk driving down the road? I do all that because I want to look good. And I'm putting myself on stage. I'm not going to be hired for my looks. Let it go for my interview. What are we doing? We're fake. We're fake. There's nothing real about us. We're so worried about how does this look on me? We're ashamed of who we are. We're ashamed of our bodies. We're ashamed of who we really are at heart. We got to, oh, please, Lord, forgive me. I accept the ransom sacrifice of Jesus because I'm a sinner. I'm a wretch. We buy all this bullshit. Because if what you really want to be, they want to make you ashamed of. They ingrain you with this. Don't smoke pot. It's horrible. They ingrained that 50s, 60s back in there. They ran ads. They just drilled this in. You ask somebody, why is pot bad for you? It's a gateway drug. Somebody better talk to Willie Nelson. And a few others. Alcohol screws people up. See, don't think. They told me, the same people that says, oh yeah, the same people you say, this coronavirus, COVID-19, you're blown way out of proportion. You never stop to say, this thing with marijuana is blown way out of proportion, did you? It's like you do your Bible, you cherry pick. Well, I don't have a problem. I don't smoke marijuana anyway, so it's probably an evil drug. Well, the doctor, he prescribes something. How many questions you ask about that something? Oh, the doc says I need this. Let me pop this pill. Side effect, side effect, side effect, side effect. You ever asked? No, because the doc said to do it. Because we never ask. We don't think for ourselves. We're not free minds. You have no freedom. You're indoctrinated. You freely and willingly give up your control. That's why people go to the extreme praising cops and praising military and whatnot. But they don't want the responsibility of taking care of themselves. They don't want that. They want to praise uniformed men and women. Save me. Hell, what did they ever prevent? Did they prevent 9/11? No. But it could have been worse. That's why, hear this shit off. It could have been worse. Nobody thinks. From your birth to your death, time You're a sellout. You don't manage your time. Gotta go to work. Gotta look this way. Oh, they're having a sale at Penny's. Look at that new outfit. It looks like the one I saw Rihanna wearing. I can look like Rihanna. I can look like this one. I can look. That star wore this, and the first lady wore this, and the Queen of England wore whatever. No original thought here. It's always wanting to mirror somebody else that has this publicity. So if I want to get you to buy something, if I want to get you to do something, then all I got to do is, wow, if I can get J-Lo to wear my outfit, then that means that thousands of people are going to want to buy a copy of that outfit. Why? Because J-Lo wore it. It was in that music video. She wore it to this event. Or same way Michelle Obama wore a certain dress to some event. Look, did you see what she wore? Write whole articles about the first lady's dress. Superficial. No original thought. Ask yourself, really, here's what we'll leave you with. When's the last time you had original thought? A thought that was clearly and solely yours. Not something you're quoting from somebody else. Not something you read somewhere else. Not something you saw somewhere else. But something very uniquely original that came from you. The average person doesn't have it. Doesn't. And that's sad to live your entire existence without an original thought. Just to fit in, instead of investing in yourself, you don't even realize you're being told all the way through. I live in a subdivision. I don't like to live here. I'll be honest with you. It's not ugly. I mean, there's no crime. We pay an association fee to have our neighbors tell us the way our yard's going to look. To have our neighbors tell us what I can put in my yard. Isn't that a shame? That's how sick-minded we are as individuals. Oh, I'm going to live here and I'm going to write this check every year so I can have these 200 or 300 people that I mostly don't know tell me what I can and cannot do on my private property. Yeah, we're smart. We're really smart. Time. You are the only motherfucker you're going to live with for your entire life. You're the only company that's going to stick with you for your entire life. Invest in yourself. Sit back and think of the last original thought you had. Not a Netflix talk, not a thought, not a Facebook thought, not a church thought, an original thought. Where's your own creativity? It's your time. Invest in yourself.